Hi guys, it's Aegis here. So today I'm here with a V Premium deck profile, which will be focusing on Musketeers in Nectar. So we do have support from the V collection. It's been a while in the JP version, and it's coming in for English version very soon too. So I think I will start also covering all the V Premium deck profiles that I haven't do. And also at the same time updating some of the overdress, the standard deck profiles, and start and continue the premium deck profiles with Musketeers. So compared to previous update we have with the maidens, which have to say in premium is not very impressive, and it's kind of like a Katrina in premium but a lot weaker. Yeah, because we don't have any ways of protecting ourselves, and we need to kill our units to build up tokens that cannot defend ourselves. But this time, with Musketeers, we're actually getting some good support. And I've been playtesting for quite a while, so it's a good deck. And once you see it, you probably will like it if you're a Nectar player. And we do have some new toys, new kind of skills to play with, which is a little bit common within different clans that doing similar stuff, but it's good to have, and you'll see why. So, starter, nothing too much to talk about, but using the Musketeer starter always helps because you do return cards from the drop back to your deck, and you also need to actually call Musketeers units out in order to get some of the effects off. Sometimes, so having a Musketeer starter actually helps you a lot. And next, we starting with our grade 3 lineups, which starting with Vera, which is the new unit. So Vera, her skill is active skill. Once per turn, Vanguard circle, card lost 1, retire 2 of your regards, and from your drop zone, choose 2 cards. Goes to the bottom of the deck in any order you'd like. Then look at the top 5 cards of the deck, call up to 2 unit cards, and then shuffle your deck. And if you do call 2 Musketeer units, which directly tells you about you do need Musketeers, during the turn, this unit will get 1+1 drive. So you can do triple drive with this card, and why the drives is that important is because of the second skill, which is when your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or higher, and then you have the soul in your front row, which is your kind of legion mate, then all your front row units will get the trigger power that you gain. Yeah, so basically every single trigger becomes a front trigger. Of course, you can copy the heal, you can copy the crit, you can copy the draw, but you can copy the power. And once you can copy the power, it makes the whole front row attack power becomes very, very high. Because usually you need to think where should I put it to maximize my like benefits, advantage, but now you don't need to think about that at all, because once you get a trigger, it's a front. And if you keep doing it every single turn, your opponents will just starting to run out of cards and they will lose. And next, another grade 3s, which is Martina, which is another old Legion pair, but now we do have it also included in the set, so very, very nice. Her skill is Vanguard Circle skill. Once per turn, so +1, retire 1 of your units, look at top 5, call 1 units out, and shuffle the deck. And second skill is a regard skill. When appears from deck, this unit will get +5k and 1 crit. Which, most of the time, I don't rely her as a Vanguard, because I do want Vera to be my Vanguard. And she will be a very good attacker to give pressure with the 5k and crit. And since we can actually provide more power through Vera, with like the kind of front effects, so making her a lot more threatening. And also, since you can actually return units with Vera, you can return these units back, shuffle your deck and call her out again, and reuse the skill and keep doing it every single turn, as long as she is not being bind, she's not being locked. Worst case, back to your hand. Except those three, probably you will be fine. And as a Vanguard backup plan, I'm using Cecilia, since Cecilia can also help me build up my board, and I can call a lot of units, and also can get 3 units plus 10k in the front row if in Seoul I have another grade 3. But usually, so far through so many testing it that I do, since I'm only running 2, most of the time I'm running these 2. But you do want to ride your Vera, because this keeps your rotation going, keeps your engine going, and keeps the power coming in. That's what you want. Okay. So now, getting into the grade 2 lineup. First, we do have our Soul, which is the Legion Mate, and it's the key of the deck as well, which her skill is when this unit appears on Vanguard and Riga Circle, if you do have a Musketeer Vanguard, which you will, so plus 1, retire one of your Regards, look at top 3 cards of the deck, call up to 1 unit card, and the rest to the bottom. If you do call a trigger unit, then you can counter blast 1 and activate all the effects of the trigger. Yeah, so basically, this also gives you another drive, because you look at top 3, if you see a crit, if you see a draw, you can simply just put that in, and you can just plus those power before you get into your battle phase. So you can arrange all your trigger effects that came from Soul first, and get into battle with the threats. So like if you call a crit, you can give your Vanguard a crit and use your Vanguard to attack first, so your opponents need to guard that. And then if you get more triggers, then those power will keep also pumping your front row units, and you can apply other crits to other units. But since your opponents already got your Vanguard, they now need to give you another PG or maybe a lot more shields. And also, you can like stack crit to your Martina, so she can be like 1 single hit for 3 damage, and your opponents need to guard it for sure. That's a lot of things you can plan. But she is making all these things available, because your Vera, you need to have your Soul on the field in order to basically turn triggers into front triggers. And she will help you out to give you like another drive, as I said, and this will get you triple drive, so kind of you are doing 4 drives every single turn if you keep the engine rolling. So that's really, really great. You do want a lot of drive checks. Of course, this don't get cards into your hand, but you also get to fill up your board. And once you fill up the board, even if they are triggers, you can simply just use your Vera to retire those units. And because you only need to choose 2 cards from a drop zone back to your deck, you can even choose your triggers. So not only you can keep recycling your Musketeers, you can also recycle your triggers. So don't worry to call trigger units out, because you can use Soul effects to basically get that triggers activate anyway. You do lose 15k shield, so there are times that you actually see triggers but you don't call it. If you can find other Musketeers giving you more value, for example your Martina, but that's your choice. And then we do have our Toure, which is the leader mate of Martina, and her skill is when appears on Vanguard Riga Circle, kind of blast 1, retire 1 of your Regards, look at top 3, call call 2 Musketeer units, or call 1 to your Riga Circle, and then the rest to the bottom of the deck. So you do actually get to call something, but if it's Musketeers, you get to call 2. So this helps you fill up your board as well, help you to do early rush, and since you do want to save your Soul once you get into grade 3, get into your Vera, so that you can actually do a lot more things. Even with the triggers, you can at least all turn them to front. So you would use Turret more to fill up your board, and once you fill up your board, you can eat with Vera, or you can eat with other units you need to give you a better board. In talking about giving units to eat for your board, we do run Sylvia, only 3, kind of because of deck space. If you do want to cut your Cecilia for another one, that's fine too, but I find 3 is actually good enough because I usually call the tokens out and then eat them anyway. So if you don't need it, keep her in your hand. Sometimes you do want to early rush, then you can place your Sylvia out, call a token, become 15k, usually hit most of the stuff. So that's basically her use, and since she is free and the other units are using a lot of cost, so having 3 units is actually great. Right, now getting into grade 1, we running 4 of the new card rules. So she is the new card and is a good ride for your grade 1 ride. When you have this unit appears on the Vanguard circle, you can call up to 1 plant tokens on your field, and your opponents, if they are grade 1 or higher, you can actually call 2. So if you're going second, you're not only getting a quick shield from your starter, you're also calling 2 plant tokens, so helps you to do early rush a lot easier. With Rika's skill, when this units or your other units appears on from the deck to Rika circle, then you can retire this unit to counter charge 1. So this card helps you to basically clean up your counter blast. So because you do use a lot of counter blast, you do want to have more available, and she's helping you to do that. And once you get this unit into your drop, you can recycle with your Vera, so that's really good enough. But most valuable resources for her is to call plant tokens, no matter 1 or 2. After that, your turret can actually use them to call better units. And then Miraca and other units to help you call plant tokens, and just a little bit power adjustment, and most importantly, she's a Musketeer, so I'm running 2. 2 Sweet Bellies for soul charging, for extra power boost, for plant tokens. She's not a Musketeer, do note that, but extra plant tokens for us to eat up more souls for us to use skills. That's always welcome, because we do want our soul to always use a skill, and she always eats up your soul, so having more units to fill up your soul is important. And then 4 of the Great Researcher to increase our chances to get a Vera, and since if we drop Musketeers to the drop, we can recycle anyway, so not bad to have. And you do have some units to help you build up your plant token, so she can also get powered up quite easily. Yeah. And entering triggers, 3 of the Danganmaru crit, 4 of the Musketeer crit because it's Musketeers, in other draw here, 4 of the draw PGs, 2 of the heal guardians, and 2 of the normal heal. And the reason why I'm not running 4 heal guardians is because I sometimes find the 20k shield actually still important, and we only basically using our heal guardian when we are at grade 1 or grade 2. We are not playing premium, so we don't have our G guards. That's only for you to survive early games, and sometimes 20k shield also do the job. So this is a good lineup, I think. But if you do want 4, that's okay. You prefer 4 of these, that's okay as well. And running a little bit more draws is because we have more chances to actually get them to go off. Even if we call from soul, we can still draw, so no hurt at all. Yeah. And that's basically it. The deck is actually quite straightforward, so don't need to do like kind of extra simulations on how you run the deck. But most of the time when I run the deck, when I get to Vera, of course I choose all the effects off first, and when I get in the battle, I usually start attacking with Vera first, because but make sure you do have your soul ready on the field, so that she can help Vera to turn all the triggers into front triggers. If not, it will be a little bit harder. But once you get that, you attack with a Vanguard first. Your opponents will need to guard from here first, and all those power will become front triggers, so they also need to count like, okay, this guy is attacking me for like 23 or 33k because we do have force markers, and with triple drive. Now if I guard for 2, how many and it's a front trigger, so how many guard I need to let for the other reguards, those you let your opponents to think. And this is why I like this deck so much, because if a deck can actually make your opponents to think a lot, but you don't need to that much, is a good deck, if you ask me. Because there are decks that you do need to think so many sequence on, like, how do I attack with this first, attack with that first, and if my opponent's got me dead, if he got the defensive trigger, what do I do? This sometimes for a new players is a little bit hard to handle. But this deck, you just need to, okay, I need to fill up my board. So these skills are actually quite simple. You just do your callings, and then just do it. Normally take your time, because these skills allows you to have a lot of times to actually read through the text and see what you actually want to do, and they are actually quite simple. And you just need to recycle, call your boards, attack with your Vanguard, and let your opponents think. While they are doing that, you can also look at your board and see, okay, if I do get a crit, where should I put? Draw, doesn't matter, is it front. Heal, doesn't matter, is it front. So you don't need to worry about your triggers that much unless it's a crit. Yeah, and what you need to do is only counting, okay, my opponent's damage is 3, 4, 5, 6, not 6 yet, unless they are playing like decks that can survive a little bit longer, like 3, 4, 5. Then you can see, okay, if they are on 3, if I have a Martina already, crit will go there. If it's 4, then it doesn't matter which one will have a higher power line, I give those crit into there, and quite simple, which is again why I like this deck. Been playing with different builds, and so far this deck do me good. Of course I can't win every single game, that's why we play Vanguard, because we don't have a like kind of fixed result sometimes, unless they're like specific builds making that happen. But so far, if we are doing like fun plays, then usually that's not the case. And at least take this deck out, it's not like with the maidens that I don't really feel like I'm winning. But this deck is actually giving me a feel that if I do things right, I have a good chance to win. Yeah. And you can play with your favorite waifus probably if you are Musketeer fans. Yeah. So that's it for this deck profile. As always, comments, likes, subscribe if you do want to see more deck profiles and deck fights. It's currently a little bit hard to do a lot of deck fights because I don't go out that much recently, but if I get a chance to actually record something, of course I will get them arranged and upload. If you have any questions with this deck or any other decks that you want to discuss about, feel free to comment down below, and I will see you there. Yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.